Hi, this is Ritz from Don DIY. Today I will show you how I made this summer top which you can customize to your size. This size that I made fits me well and my postpartum belly. In this video I will show you how to make this top to your size. Firstly, here are the materials that I used. 100% mercerized cotton, 3mm crochet hook, 2.5mm crochet hook, scissors, darning needles, and tape measure. We will work from bottom to top. Measure around your body where the bottom of the shirt lies. You can make it shorter, maybe around this area, or depending on your preference. Do the same method, measure around your body. If you decide to start below the waistline, we will start with a bigger crochet hook. Your crochet hook size might be different from mine. If you want to start on the waistline or around this area, start with a smaller crochet hook. I recommend your other hook is 0.5 to 1mm smaller than the bigger one. The principle here is we will use the smaller size of hook when you reach the waistline to form the curve. The starting chain will be based on the measurement around your body where the bottom of the top is. We will make chains in multiples of 4. I am making a small sample to show you the pattern. After making a chain in multiples of 4, slip stitch to the first chain. Then we will make chain 3. This will be counted as our first stitch. We will make double crochets on round 1. We'll make the double crochet on the back bump of the chain. Here is the back bump. So you yarn over once and we insert the hook into the back bump, pull up a loop, and we crochet over this tail as well. And we have 3 loops on our hook. We pull through 2, we have 2 loops and pull through 2, and that's our double crochet. Again, we make another double crochet onto the next stitch on the back bump. So insert the hook. It would be a little bit tricky, but this will give us a smooth result in the end. We have 3 loops, pull through 2 and pull through 2. We're going to continue making double crochets on round 1 until at the end or across the chain stitches. Pause the video and continue working on your round 1 and I'll meet you at the end. By working on the back bump, we have this smoother edge. Round 2, we're going to slip stitch on the 3rd chain. For round 2, we're going to start with chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to skip this next stitch and we will be working on the stitch after that. We're going to make a double crochet on that stitch. After making a double crochet, we're going to chain 1. Again, we're going to skip the next stitch. So we skip this one and then we work on that next stitch after. So we're going to make a double crochet. And after making double crochet, we chain 1. And then again, we're going to skip this next stitch and we work on the stitch after that. we're going to make a double crochet on that stitch, and then we chain 1. This is the pattern that we're going to repeat all throughout this round. At the end of the run, I have here chain 1 and then 1 stitch left. Then I'll leave that one. I'm going to make slip stitch on the 3rd chain to start the round 3. For round 3, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to make single crochets. So on this first stitch, I'm going to make 1 single crochet. On the next, we have here the chain space. I'm going to make a single crochet. On the top of the next stitch, I'm going to make 1 single crochet. And on the chain space, 1 single crochet. And on the top of the stitch, 1 single crochet. So we're going to repeat this pattern. To begin round 4, we're going to slip stitch on the first single crochet. We will make a different pattern for round 4. We begin with chain 3, which we will consider as our first double crochet. And on the next stitch, we will make another double crochet. And then on the next stitch, another double crochet. So we now have 3 double crochet. Then on this stitch before our first double crochet, on this one, we're going to make a double crochet. So yarn over, insert the hook into that stitch, pull up a loop, and you can pull it more as you make the double crochet. So it looks like this now. So this is the stitch where we make the last double crochet. We skip the next stitch, and on this stitch we make another double crochet. So yarn over, insert the hook into this stitch and make a double crochet. And again, we make another double crochet on the next stitch. And another double crochet. So for this round, we will be making a set of double crochets. So in every set, we have 3 double crochets. And then on this stitch where we skip, we're going to make a double crochet. And again, we repeat that process. So this is where we made our last double crochet. We skip the next stitch, and on this stitch we will make a double crochet. So we count again 3. So this is the first one. And then we make the second one. And then the third double crochet. Then on that stitch where we skip, we're going to make a double crochet. So insert your hook into that stitch and pull up a loop. You can pull it higher and make a double crochet. So it looks like this now. So we're just going to repeat this process all throughout this round. 4 rounds, your stitches should look like this. So this pattern is a 4-row repeat. So on this last round, we are going to slip stitch for the next round, which is our 5th round, and we are going to start again repeating the round 1. So for round 5, we are going to repeat round 1, which we're just going to make double crochet on every stitch. And then for round 6, we repeat round 2, round 7, we repeat round 3, and round 8, we repeat round 4. And then we repeat that until we reach the desired length of our top. So I have here the length that I need. Obviously, observe I made some curve here. So on this part, I use the bigger crochet hook, which is a 3mm. On this part which has the curve, I use a 2.5mm crochet hook, and again I switch back to 3mm crochet hook on top. So we use the smaller crochet hook size to form the curve of the top. So I made that length until the armpit area, because we're going to connect the sleeves to the top. So the sleeves, we will make them separately, but we will be using the same pattern, and we connect in these areas here. So I have here some spaces left. We will add more, or we will add few more rounds later. So the sleeves is the same pattern. We work from bottom to top, and also a 4-row repeat. So measure your arm circumference and work in multiples of 4. Here is one of the sleeves that I made. So before we attach the sleeves to the main top, you have to measure below this armpit, this area here. Mine is 2.5 inches. So I'm going to use this measurement before I connect the sleeves. So I have here 2.5. So the half of 2.5 is around less than 1.5, so around this area. So this half should be pointed on this side, on the edge of the side. So I hope that I can make it clear for you. So this is a 2.5. So I count in multiples of 4. So I have here around 12 stitches that fits my 2.5 inches. So I'm going to sew the sleeve to this part, and I'm going to sew it into these 12 stitches. So I'm going to use single crochet to attach the sleeves. So I'll show you. So I'm going to make a 12 single crochets along these edges of the sleeves and of the top on the side. So remember that we should always work in multiples of 4 to keep a neat pattern and to not miss any stitch. So we will do the same on the other sleeves. So this is how it looks like. So after you attach both sleeves, we are now going to continue making few more rounds. So we just have to continue the pattern. So previously we worked on making double crochets on each stitch. So we're going to work all throughout this. and we're going to skip this part. We won't work that part. So you're just going to repeat the 4-row repeat pattern. So after making double crochets, we're going to make 4 chains, then we're going to skip a stitch, and then we're going to make a double crochet on the next stitch, then chain 1. So that is the pattern of our round 2. So after we make this pattern, we're just going to move to the next pattern, the round 3 pattern, and then the round 4, and then you can add few more rows depending on the length that you want for your top. So I just finished around the sleeves. So this is what I mean by skipping this part here. So I won't be working on that, but I'll go straight to the back part and continue with the pattern. So continue throughout the back across the stitches here and onto the other sleeves. So again, we skip this part here. Continue around the sleeves and throughout the front. After adding few rounds, so I end with a double crochet, so that's our round 1. Then this time I'm going to make loops. So I will be making chain 30. So I had here 30 chains. Then I'm going to skip 7 stitches. And on the 8th stitch, I'm going to make a single crochet. And then it looks like this now. And then I'm going to make chain 30. And then I'm going to skip 7 stitches, and on the 8th stitch I'm going to make a single crochet. Again, chain 30, and then skip 7 stitches, and on the 8th make a single crochet. So we're just going to repeat this one across. So this part is the top part of our blouse. So we're making loops all throughout on this round. After making loops all throughout, so the last stitch here we're going to slip stitch. And then we will cut the yarn. So after making the loops, we're going to attach a new yarn, and we will be working on top of each loop. So for this one, we're going to make a single crochet for the first loop, and then we chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the middle or the top of the next loop, we're going to make a single crochet. And then we will make chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then again on top of this loop or in the middle part of this loop, we're going to make a single crochet. And then we chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just going to repeat this pattern all throughout, making a single crochet on top or in the middle of each loop, and then chaining 4 after. And that's how we connect these loops. So go ahead, pause the video and continue working on this round. So after connecting all the loops, we're just going to slip stitch into this first single crochet, and then we cut the yarn. So this is how it looks like now. So we still have some tails. Don't forget to weave them in to have a neat finish. So it looks like this now. So after weaving all the ends, it should look like this. And that's it. And thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching and see you on our next video.